The Harare City Council is working with the Environmental Management Agency, and they have launched a blitz targeting litterbugs, supermarkets and building owners without bins outside their premises.
The blitz, which started on April 8, has seen several people being arrested and fined for throwing litter on ground. On April 8, 4 people were arrested and slapped with $5 tickets. On April 9, 27 litterbugs were arrested and 14 were fined, while 3 others were handed over to the police for prosecution.
Now, the city has been grappling with a garbage crisis. Yes, I'm going to say crisis, not problem, because it has been a very big issue in our streets around the city. Now, this has turned the streets into an eyesore, and city fathers believe that the exercise will help to deal with the challenge.
The city says those who fail to pay, they will be fined and handed over to the police for prosecution.
Yeah. But, you know, I'm so glad you're not. Was it Mugo that I had an argument with? No, it was Titch. Titch would argue that, look, there are not enough bins and. Fair enough. But atoripo mabinacho. They may not be as many as you want them to be, but they're there. All it requires is you to have a little bit more patience and get to the next corner where you'll find the bin. Why are you throwing it in the middle of the road? Or out the window?
Of course, yes. I think it's a double-sided coin. On the one hand, we as citizens have that responsibility to act responsibly with our litter. All right. After all, whatever it is that you consumed and you remained with the plastic, you had to go somewhere to fetch it. Right. So, by the same token, you've got a responsibility to see it with Candace that when you are done with whether it was a mint or whatever it was, you've got to take the litter in a trash can. At the same time, the authorities are also found wanting in the sense that it's their responsibility to ensure that at every street corner you've got access to a trash can. But I would like to agree with Titch.
Go downstairs, there's a bin there.
But it's not every
Jason
corner.
There's a bin there.
Candace, it's not every corner. Sometimes
if it's not every corner, it's every second corner. Just be patient.
Look, sometimes you can, move from corner to corner without necessarily finding a trash can. So I think it's a double-sided.
Producer, camera crew, just this vicinity here of the CBD. Mabin Arimo, we just feel as though, look, it doesn't matter what I do with my litter, I can just throw it anywhere. Well, the bin can be right in front of you.
So
if we are to take the authorities to task, the things I would be tasking them with are ensuring that the bins that are there are emptied properly, are emptied on time. All right? So that you don't have litter that's being lifted and thrown out. That is what I would be focusing on. They're taking action to say, look, if you own a business, have some form of trash disposal by your entrance. I think that's responsible enough. Because if we're going to wait and say City of Harare must do everything, clearly we already know that they're inundated with things that they need to be doing.
Right. So it then comes back to what I said initially, to say it's a double-sided coin. We as citizens have got to develop a culture of actually placing the litter where it should be.
Hallelujah.
At the same time, the City Council should also amplify its efforts to make sure that it meets the citizens halfway. You spoke about this vicinity around, of course, the Herald House. Yes, it may be better.
I said CBD. They must go around.
It may be better furnished or around this area, but if you really go downtown, the situation is very much different. So there, the City Council really needs to up its game.
Listen here, it's fair and fine, but it all really just starts with us and our behaviors. I did not grow up as a litterbug. I'm not trying to get arrested now for being a litterbug. Because I do not want to be in a dirty environment. So why am I dirtying the environment for the next person? That's how we need to start thinking. That's how we need to recalibrate our brains. Because and you want cholera to end, but
look, and just to support what you're saying, if you're driving along the highway, nobody expects to see any bins there, right? But you still find someone rolling down their window
and
they're throwing out a banana, a banana peel, and you wonder, are we really in our correct state of mind, or somebody is going to throw out a can or so, whatever it is. So this is a call to every Zimbabwean, to every citizen, to rethink and reimagine the way that we deal with our litter in this country.
And I like that you talk about the ones who are driving, because you actually don't even realize that you could be the cause of an accident.
That's true.
You think you're just throwing out a wrapper, but that wrapper can distract the driver behind you. Once he's distracted, can smash into something or can halt suddenly, cause a pile up in the back. There's so many scenarios that could play out just from your reckless action of thinking, I just need to, I want my car clean, but I want the environment dirty. What are you doing?
Konapo, ipapo pa ZTN Prime, DSTV channel 294, the place to be.